Some people will talk about how they live in formative years, and most years are formative years. In human history, things are always happening that have a huge impact on the rest of subsequent human history, whether it's wars, whether it's strikes, whether it's massive economic crashes like the global recession, or whether it's coronavirus. There have always been terrible, terrible, terrible times that we've had to get through. The difference is that coronavirus will hopefully allow us to... I am not an advocate of rebuilding in favour of a communist system, but I'm an advocate of socialist capitalism, where capitalism is still at the heart of our economic makeup. It's how our society functions, it's how things are still done, but with massive social care reforms, huge wealth redistribution, and a lack of tax avoidance. That's the main thing. So I just keep thinking about the politics behind it. I keep thinking about what happens after this. I'm not thinking about, do I miss the idea of going and seeing one of my friends? I can phone them. It's like that part of it is not... I'm not suffering. I'm suffering because I keep thinking about the state of our country, and I'm worried. And I think that everybody should be, to some extent, if we do not learn the lessons of what's happened here, and if the Conservative government continue to only really invest in the industries they should have invested in when the jobby hits the fan, then they're not really doing their job properly, are they? So that's my impartial take on it, as somebody who... my politics are to the left, but that's not necessarily relevant. At current, the Conservatives have not dealt with this from a completely non-partisan perspective. The death toll shows that. And from a political perspective, Boris Johnson acted far too late in order to get all of this organised. We knew this was coming. So I just hope that we can learn from this, and I hope that we can restructure a lot of... just so many systems have needed restructured for years, decades, centuries, some might even say. And we'll see if this is an opportunity to do so, or we'll see if basically we go back to the status quo and continue to have a world where people, despite, the obvious downsides of coronavirus, the economic halts, the livelihood that people are scared of losing, and obviously primarily the deaths, aside from that, people are having some of the best times of their life, being able to actually get back to learning skills, being able to do things, being able to spend time with their children. We need to look at the way that our society works. I am not the first person to suggest this. I am not the 100,000th person to suggest this. I am not advocating for a communist society. I'm advocating for a fairer society, a meritocratic society, a society where tax avoidance doesn't happen, a society where an NHS is equipped so that when coronavirus hits, we can do something about it. That's what I want. That's what we all hope for, that we will learn lessons from this. And I mean, I also miss McDonald's. I will admit that. I miss McDonald's a little. I didn't think that I was gonna, and now I do. So I miss McDonald's, and I am, from a geopolitical perspective, crapping my pantaloons as we speak.